Allegiance to the flag
the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Roll call. Roxanne Tuff speaking here.
Michael Virga.
Jonathan Sindorf here.
Tim Kremen here.
Okay, so we have approval of minutes for, I thought we approved the 5/11, we just need to. We just need to sign it though, right? All right, so you want to sign it now? 5/26. They're approved, oh, we just need to sign it. Right. So, all we have is June 8th. Somebody had a chance to look at those. Okay, so I will entertain a motion, make a motion to accept.
1 second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. No, because we had already motioned to accept, and then we just do the sign motions. They had been made at the last meeting. They're just basically signature action items. All right, so we have.
Sure.
So we have 3 personnel action forms. One for Taylor Hutchins, one for Grady, and Monique Silly. The last 2, I believe, are new for Fire Department, and Taylor is, because she's been doing this, so she's getting her cold. So, someone wants to make a motion. Motion to accept them.
Also.
Any discussion? I haven't seen one. All those in favor?
Aye.
Please. There's just 3.
Okay.
3. Oh, that's. I don't know.
Excuse me, though.
So we'll start. We have an intent to cut. This is map 18, lot 44. It's on Piper Mountain Road. It says acreage, lots 57, and acreage and cut is going to be 50. Thank you. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Those will be enough signatures.
I'm loving this tonight.
Right, now I remember he said.
That's how it is. No, so far I don't expect it to keep going.
Is that in our expectation in this moment? This is how we get away with it. You know, let's go try. Yeah, I lost my temple to this age, so I'm like, oh, the next item, the next item is fire department request for purchase. So Jared has, fire department wishes to purchase a rotary saw for the purpose of forcible entry and ventilation at fires. Funds for this purchase will come from CRF. The purchase price exceeds 1,000 threshold. It is his recommendation that the saw is purchased with from Windy Ridge Corporation. This is not only the best price, this is the local services center for this piece of equipment. So it's $1,200. Is what he's looking to. This is what he's looking to purchase. It's the Tuscaloosa case that is simply rescue saw. They'll actually maybe. Oh, $1,200. Yeah, $1,200. So. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Just look at it. The next item is Tanglewood Watershed Protection Area. It's all you, Kate. For the record. So this is serious and important matter, and that's why I went through the trouble to make all these pages for you, and yet trying to keep it as simple as possible. My name is Kate Bizarre. I'm representing the Tanglewood Watershed Protection Area Committee and Middleton Conservation Commission. In the first page is what I'm asking for. The second page is a proposed motion. The third page is my integrated natural resource summary. I took 3 reports that have been done over the years: the Sunrise Lake Watershed Report, the 2019 Volunteer Lake Assessment Program Report, and the recently done Natural Resource Survey of Tanglewood, done by Dan Combs of Ilex Lakelands. And that's, and then the last page is the Tanglewood property itself. Orange is what is still privately owned, and the yellow has been either donated or purchased outright by the Conservation Commission, and everything else is town-owned. So today I'm asking the board to allow the town and the Conservation Commission to jointly manage the Tanglewood parcels so we can coordinate stewardship as one unit. With that in place,
I would like permission to merge the parcels for mapping and maintenance efficiency. Ownership doesn't change, authority doesn't change, just let us manage the land more effectively. And next year, I'll bring a town meeting article asking voters whether they want conservation to take on soil management. The next page is the proposed motion, unless you want to entertain some questions.
I'll just make note, Kate, that you have, conservation has had a Tanglewood subcommittee for several years.
Yes.
And all the avenues have been looked at and such, and so the end result is the recommendation of what you're saying.
Exactly.
I just want to make sure that.
I'm glad you got that for the record.
So,
I'll make a motion to establish joint management of the Tanglewood parcels between the board, the selectmen, and the Conservation Commission, to merge the town-owned Tanglewood lots with the Conservation Commission lots for unified stewardship, and to acknowledge that the Conservation Commission intends to bring forward a warrant article at the March 27 town meeting seeking authorization of the merged parcel to be placed under the sole management of the Conservation Commission.
Lots of us want to say. Go ahead.
any discussion?
No, I mean, I was, being the liaison to the Conservation Commission. It was very thorough, everything that Kate presented recently, and it was really good, and it really makes sense. I mean, that lake is vital, and that land is not usable land in any real sense. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, it's really not.
The beavers over there like.
What's that?
Beaver.
Like it.
Beavers like
Yes,
it.
they do.
So, having no more discussion, all those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. And I want to thank you for running the Tanglewood meetings for the last several years. I really enjoyed being on it.
Appreciate you and
Learned a
all
lot.
the members that have come and gone over the years.
I've learned a lot. Janet, you're next on the agenda.
I'll defer to the next item that you put on there.
Okay,
That's
so,
what I want to comment.
so the next item we have on here is town-owned property. And you guys all should have in your packet. This is primarily relates to the Lakelands area. There are lots, and I'm glad you're here, Dan. We have lots down there that they, if you look in the kiosk, it'll say culvert or drainage and whatnot. And so when looking at the map, and everybody has had that provided to them, there are some lots that they are next to each other that are town-owned. So the recommendation, we talked about this at the planning board, specifically down in the lake shore and whatnot, is to potentially merge those lots together so that because there would be no intent, I don't think, for the town to sell those, especially if they're next to a lot that says drainage or culvert, because it could be a water issue. So, what I'm presenting here is lots from map 4, lots 114, 115. Those would be merged into one lot. Lots 155 and 156 merged into one lot. Lots 176, 177, 178 merged into one lot. Lot 245-1, so lot 1, and then lot 256 merged into one lot. And then lots 232, 237, and 238 merged into one lot. Down into that's, like I said, that's all down in the Lakelands district, which is Christine's area. Yeah. So that's the recommendation. We talked about it briefly at the planning board, and the planning board was on board with that. We thought that idea was good.
Are you looking for a motion?
I am looking for a motion.
I'll second.
To 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to do these, to combine it into 5 blocks. And we can give you all that.
I just want to confirm that we're just looking to combine these or not. These are not consent.
No, so that brings, so, all right, so the motion, Bonnie made the motion to second it, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, any discussion on this? All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
So my second thought, my second thing is I was talking to Robin about this. If you go out in the tax kiosk, there's a lot of town-owned property that says sell in there, and I think that was put in there 10 years ago, because maybe they were intended to sell some of the property, which is fine at that point. But I just wanted the board's input as to having that removed out of there, because what happens is she gets questions, she gets calls saying, is this lot for sale, it says so, and whatever. So I would just like to leave that as town owned and take the sell out.
We haven't discussed selling
Right.
anything.
Right.
Right, so I just want it
Yeah.
all taken out so that in the future.
I'll make that motion.
Okay.
I'll second it. Oh,
So the motion is to remove the sell or sell pending approval from, out in the Avatar and tax kiosk, it's not really tax, it's an Avatar. So Tim made the motion, Bonnie seconded it, all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Thank you.
Just one other thing, the computer downstairs where the residents go in, the avatar needs to be updated, it can't be accessed right now.
Okay, so we'll talk with
I was gonna mention it to Rob tomorrow, so.
Did you got, 1 minute, 1 minute, so, 1 minute. Did you wanna, since we discussed that, are you all set, Janet?
I wanna just make a comment. Most of those lots that are town owned, quarter, the lots that kind of check loans. I wouldn't be so quick to sell them anyway, because the pen and check loans is for a well, and you have to have a good sized buffer zone there to protect it. We're already running into problems with pen and check.
So and we just said the same, we're not looking to sell any property, we're just looking.
The opposite. The opposite.
Right, we're trying to make things a little bit clearer. Jim?
Question going back to the Lakelands combined with, are you going to designate them like drainage easement?
Yeah, we can do that.
I would.
But we're not, that's why the reason is because it's culvert or drainage, and that's, but they're being merged with a lot that says that.
If you designate it, then.
Well, we're putting on the stewardship of the
Right.
Conservation Commission, so it would be for them to then
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah, I'm just
Right.
asking.
Oh, yeah, no.
We have two
So, yeah.
different,
Well, if one is mud is drainage and you merge it, it would all then be drainage.
Well, that would be the intent, but yes, yes. Okay, so Janet, are you good?
Yeah.
Okay, the next item, sorry.
I just wanted to publicly say, or kind of officially on the books, letting you know that I would really like to see that any town-owned property within the village district be considered to be put, in conservation or in, forestry, or to preserve it and protect it for several reasons. One, drainage, especially over on my end, is absolutely not the greatest. If you drive down some of the roads right now, you see where there's a lot of water runoff, and the guys can only do so much with what they've got, and we're already pretty well populated in the area. Our roads really cannot withstand it. The lots that are left in the Lake District, I would dare say most of them can't be built on, whether it be the size of the lot or the wetland factor of the lot. And we just don't need any more, we don't need to be any more populated. And I think it would also help keep the values of those properties up, which is something that everybody in town should consider, because the higher our values are, it helps offset the property taxes for everybody. So I would hope that planning board, townspeople, selectmen can come up with something to where we can preserve and protect that property.
So, let me respond to that, Christine. So what I would recommend, or what I would put out there is to say, maybe that if you're recommending, if you want to go into conservation time, then I would bring that up at the next conservation commission, for them to look at it and say, yes, we agree, and have them present to us like Kate did tonight, because then that comes from their recommendation. That's what I would recommend, Jim.
I would just suggest that perhaps we discussed this at our last conservation meeting. We should probably have a meeting and invite members of the planning board, perhaps members of the board of selectmen, anybody willing to participate, have a robust discussion, lot by lot, and evaluate what we think would be in the best interest of the rest of the town, because the Conservation Commission obviously would be the ones that take the lead to write the warrant article and present it at the town meeting. I would just rather we all be on the same page and pull in the same direction. I will say that through my tenure on the Conservation Commission, the people of this town have been blessed with the fact that we've never not been given a piece of land that we requested to be put into either town forest or conservation. I'd kind of like to keep it that way.
So,
I just think a good plan going forward with as many people involved on these boards and commissions and whatnot, discuss each law on its own merit, make a decision, is it something that that conservation can use, have a plan going forward, that's all.
so I would recommend, let's get these merged first, based off of what you
Well, the
said tonight.
merge thing, I'm
No,
fine.
I'm just saying, so we can look at a good map, because what's gonna happen is some of these lots are gonna become one lot instead of 3 lots. So, but I think, yes, we
We
can,
are working on maps.
we can,
correct? Getting some maps, so.
no, but my point would be is, so not like at your next meeting, but maybe the following meeting where this is completed, we can actually,
Or in the fall.
or in the fall, right, have, well, you wanna be for the town meeting.
Believe it or not, we do have a lot going on.
So, no, that's-
Jesse and Tanglewood.
That would just be my recommendation, is let's get through this stuff, the Tanglewood situation that Kate approved tonight, these 5 that we got together, then we'll know what the running list truly is to look at. Okay? I mean, good.
Okay.
Okay, so next item, Juneteenth.
That would be me.
Oops, yes,
My name's on there, right there, Janice.
yeah,
Are we skipping it completely, or?
no, you are, no, it's not.
Oh, we did go across, yeah.
Right, it didn't get put on, I'm sorry, yes, so I
Sure.
thought you were on here.
It's on front with my name.
Yeah.
No, but he also had called to speak at tonight's meeting, so it should have been listed. I apologize, because I thought you were on I thought you were on the back page. Go ahead.
I didn't know when I was supposed to speak.
No, you can
Good,
speak
go ahead.
now.
Yep.
Alright, so on October 31st.
No, wait a minute, can you give her your name?
Oh, I'm sorry, Stephen Dario.
There you
I own property on Jordan, 427 Silver Street, as well as up there. And some of the pieces of property that I had come to a meeting a couple weeks ago, I think it was, and I was interested, and I had sent a letter back in October to you guys to see if I could purchase some of that stuff. A lot of the pieces about my property. Obviously, I'm not looking to do anything up there. I just want to be able to bring it into the stuff that we have. So you're already shaking your head no. So I guess I'm getting my answer from Bonnie.
Well, we're not looking to, right now, we are not looking to sell anything. I think that we said that 5 minutes, when we were talking about this merger. That's not to say we won't eventually, maybe afterwards, we meet with the conservation and the planning board and the select.
Well, in order to sell any property, there's a process that we have to go through the process of the planning board anyway.
Right.
So,
Okay, because when I came 2 weeks ago, nobody knew which group I was supposed to talk with. So.
yeah, planning board,
So who am I supposed to speak?
it starts with the planning board.
It would be the planning, because I was told to talk to the select board first.
Well, no, the process, like we told you a couple weeks ago at the planning board meeting, is that the selectmen would be if the selectmen wanted to sell any property, they would have to come before the planning board and then the conservation committee and say, these are properties that we're looking to sell. And then we would discuss it and say, yes, we would give the recommendation, go ahead and do it, or no, we wouldn't. And then with that information, they would go back and either say, yes, we're selling it, or no, we're not.
Okay, so I guess I'm here asking, it could be all of them, some of them, pieces that abut me on Silver Street, ones that don't abut me on Jordan. I'm here to ask today if some of them can be, before I get a no, so.
I mean, right now, I think we're not looking to sell any property. Correct me if I'm wrong from anybody else. All right, so that's where we're at right now.
Okay.
All right, so the next item, Juneteenth.
Juneteenth I brought up, only because love those surrounding communities give their employees Juneteenth off. Love state organizations as well as federal and private organizations have that as a holiday. So I was looking at see if we're interested in adding that as one of our holidays.
What we currently have for holidays? For the-
The end of July.
Fourth of July.
Oh, no, so you have,
It's mostly the federal holiday.
Yeah, the federal,
That is
standard federal holiday.
And Juneteenth is
Is
not
one of
coming.
them. Yeah, right, right.
That's why it's.
Yeah.
in,
Kids have a fair problem.
between Fed doing it and the banks and all those agencies, and I think like,
So it's becoming a situation where it's not really able to do much work anyway. So that was my thought.
What's the pleasure of the board?
What's the cost for that?
Which is the day.
I know, yeah. So how many?
and it's always, I'm just trying to do it right now. Is it always on the same day? So it's always the night,
It's always 2/19. Yep.
or the closest?
Right. Closest.
Okay,
Yeah, we're-
I wasn't sure if it was like, it's the third Monday of the month.
Is it always a Friday?
No, it's June 19th, so whatever that day is. If it lies on a Saturday or Sunday, it would be either Friday or Tuesday. Kind of like regular holidays. Janet?
June 19th will always be June 19th. I don't remember what year it was, but it was the date was the day slavery ended.
Yeah, no,
That's what you said.
but I just wasn't sure, like some Father's Day.
So far, they haven't said that, because on June 19th was the last I heard on the news that it would never change.
So I need a motion.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Effective next year.
Effective next year.
yeah.
Oh.
Wait a minute, we'll get to the discussion, so we got a motion, so.
You second it.
Done. Discussion?
Just keep in mind though that, so your police, that they're gonna have to be on duty, they're gonna be I think our police on holidays, do they not make triple time?
I'm not sure.
They do either they're either doing double time or triple time according to the policy unless it's changed. So keep in mind that, it's gonna be another day that you're gonna be giving double time or whatever, or triple time.
The way the police is if they are working on that day, they get their hours plus a holiday pay, so it's basically double time. But if they're not working, then they just get it as a holiday, so they get it straight. 8
So
hours.
it's still gonna be, it will still become a bit more, a rate more cost.
It's either double time and a half, or
Yeah, it is. If you go back and you look at the policy, it was supposed to be just for the police, but they're making like double or triple time.
I do remember that, it was really.
Well, okay, so the motion, yes, so the motion is out there, all those in favor?
Aye.
Bonnie? You can say,
Sorry.
So that motion passed. Okay, next item. Are we good? Moving on. Next item is we need to appoint reappoint, I guess, appoint the road agent for the next year. So I'm just looking for a motion to appoint Dan. You're willing to do it for another year, Dan, right?
Yeah. I'll make that motion. Sorry, go ahead.
All right, so we have someone who's made it. Pick whoever you want.
Yeah, we'll take.
And then second. Any discussion on that? Hearing none, we'll go ahead and vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Look at that, Dan, you named it.
Congratulations.
I'm just gonna say no for the heck of it. Joking.
Okay, so we're good. We'll move on to the next item. Anthony and Tony and Junior Fossey for the dry hydrant.
When we first moved to Middleton, it was our intention to be good citizens. We would like to install a dry hydrant in our pond at our expense. It is also our intention to, with the help of the town's attorney, to set up an easement so that the Middleton Fire Department's vehicles and any neighboring towns that need water for fire suppression will be able to drive up
without notice or permission from the owners of that property. So that would be an access. It's kind of daunting to work through all the paperwork with the Department of Environmental Services, but I'm getting there. And I have the requirement for them to provide the town with 4 copies of the application with supporting documents. This is primarily most of it, which is a copy that I can give to you. And actually, we can pass this one back and forth. This is nearly complete. Page 5, I believe, is missing because I need the town clerk to sign indicating that I have provided 4 copies.
Oh, okay. So it's here, it's just not signed yet.
Right.
That's all.
It's not in that.
So it's not in that packet. Okay.
This all may be a moot argument in the application at this point in time. I have been in touch with Berry Surveying.
Yeah.
One of the requirements of DES is that they have a wetlands scientist to sign off on this project. And I'm quite honestly unsure what the wetland scientists can do other than certify it's wet. I'm not a wetland scientist, so I don't know what he does. But I have been in touch with Berry Surveying, and they may undertake this entire process from start to finish. So if that's the case, then you will probably receive another set of 4 copies, and we'll go from there. But at this point, I was just about to get your signatures on this and take it to DS, and then have them rejected because I don't have a wetland scientist, and have them give me a list of whatever else I have to do to get this approved, or what we have to do to get this approved. No, I would like to get your signature on that, in the hopes that this will be sufficient, that this application can go through as it is. If that's the case, then I'll be all set. If not, I'll be back to see you after I talk through the process with Berry Engineering.
So which signature is it that you need, Joanne?
The signature I need is that I have provided 4 copies to the town clerk.
So you have to pay for the
There's,
Oh, so which paper do you want us?
well, I
in
have
the
to
book?
sign my copy, and then I can bring back.
Yeah.
So by us signing, what does that do right now?
Say again?
What does that do right now?
Actually, all your signature does is signify that I have provided you with 4 copies
Okay.
of the application and the supporting document. I have not included in your supporting documents
Where
some
do
of
you
the,
need, where do you need this signed?
where it says town
Oh,
clerk.
so you want, but you need to have the town clerk sign
Yes.
that. Okay, so
So
you're,
there's-
so, all right, we will do that to him to get Roy to sign that.
okay.
Just that Roy certifying that you've provided us 4 copies. Okay.
So we have them in that binder.
Yep, and the 4 copies are in here.
There are 3 copies in there and 4 copies.
Is
in
that
there.
here, which is,
Oh.
okay.
They also, supporting documents that they also wanted are photographs, which I have not provided. Frankly, my printer is just kind of a little overworked with all of that. I do have a letter from the fire department that they are on board with this.
Is that in this document?
Or again,
Is that here?
Is that in the book? Is that in the 4 copies?
that's what I say, there will be more copies to provide you with additional documentation. The letter from the fire department is not part of the application, it's just supporting information for me. The DES does not require anything from the fire department, at least not to my knowledge.
No, and I understand that, but I think one to Tim's point, it would be good to have it with all of this to show that that's just support from that. And I know that that would be a huge resource down there, especially with About, you know, I mean, is it there any type of farm that's down in that area?
Additionally, the property is in conservation easement. My conservation, or our conservation easement agreement with the Forest Society is that they approve the installation of a dry hydrant. So I have that. You have a copy of the data source, which certifies that I'm not going to kill any endangered toads or anything on the property.
Joanne, will that dry hydrant be put in your driveway? Where is that?
The dry hydrant will be such that the fire department can pull in off of New Portsmouth Road, down our driveway, swing around the flagpole, which is in front of the house.
Yep.
They'll be lined up perfectly with the dry hydrant, fill their tanks. You can have 3 trucks in there in line at the same time. They can all fill in and pull right back out. There's enough room in there to turn a semi-trailer truck around.
So we're all set with just having put that over to Roy, so that he can sign it saying that she gave us 4 copies.
As long as that's all it is, yeah.
Okay, thanks. No, that's great.
They do want
That's
to
nice.
own their own volume.
Yes, I was gonna say, yeah, she can get that signed tomorrow. Any other discussion on that? Hearing none. We heard back from legal regarding, the warrant articles, the situation with warrant articles 7 through 16, saying that they exceeded the tax cap. Though our legal addition told us they didn't, but our legal has been working with DRA legal, and they said that we've been able to we provided them with the town meeting video and audio, and also our town moderator at the day, Ken Gary, is willing to attest to the fact that he observed that it was that all of these warrant articles 7 through 16 passed by 3/5 vote. So, and legal has reviewed that, and they said that meets the criteria, so we can have a special meeting. So he has provided the timeline for us to move forward, and I just want to make sure everybody's good with that timeline. So tonight we're gonna vote for the special board to sign the warrant for the special meeting. And then we would be posting for the warrant on June 24th. We would publish the warrant in the newspaper for July 1st. Then we'd have a notice for the public hearing on July 3rd. The public hearing would be July 10th. And the special meeting would be July 18th. And we would do, and I just want to say, at that special meeting is going to be one warrant article that will cover warrant article 7 and be for the total for 7 through 16. So we'll vote once and it'll be by ballot. It has to be 3/5 in order for it to pass. So, given that, I just wanted to throw it out there so that everybody good with those
Yep.
dates. We'll go ahead. So I need Bonnie somebody to make this motion.
I'll get the motion.
Well, you have to make, this is the specific motion.
Okay.
I won't be able to be there on the 10th at all, but that's okay.
So I don't know that you have this, Tim. It's right here, this motion right there.
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay. So the motion is I move that the vote to hold public hearing, call and approve the warrant for special town meeting to cure the 3/5 vote by ballot on Article 7 through 16 be approved in the form presented to the meeting.
Okay, somebody want to second that? Any discussion? Tracy?
Given that we had legal there specifically for this,
That was going to be my next question.
I hope to God you did not pay that bill.
I know.
And now we have to pay all of our,
I haven't,
check-in people. I mean, this is
Yes.
ridiculous.
I agree. I haven't had the conversation yet with Luke because I need to have the special
He
meeting,
was
so.
only there for that one day.
No.
So,
Tracy, thank you, because that was going to be my next question.
but,
So.
like I said, and I agree, and I have that same thought, but right now I need to be able to get the special
Right.
meeting held so we can get the bill. But specifically, Article 7, I just want to say, is our trash article. So we're looking, that's over $300,000. If this doesn't pass, I don't know how we're going to fund garbage. And I agree, I am not going to discuss that until I get this. And that's the deal. If I go ahead and push that, I'm gonna get nowhere, and they're dealing with DRA Legal, who has been very,
I just don't want it to fall on the back burner.
I
It
agree.
will not.
No, it will, no, I agree with you, and I just want to get this situated, and then I'm going to address the bill if I get a bill, to say, no, I don't believe we should. Janet?
First of all, when Tim read the motion, he referenced Article 10 through 16.
No,
I said 7 through 16.
I thought you said 10.
no, he said, the article is right here, this is what we were trying to make for the motion, so. No,
My
it's,
second question is,
and Kim, I can get you that. Yes,
the town budget then obviously hasn't been approved yet, right?
yeah.
Thank you.
All right, so, given that, without discussion, all those in favor?
Aye.
I need to have you
Go on this side.
here.
So the dates for July 10th.
I'll read them again to you, just so you won't find any. So it is, we're signing the board to sign the warrant for the special meeting. We're gonna post the warrant June 24th. Publish the warrant in the paper July 1st. The public hearing is July 3rd. And notice of the public hearing is July 3rd. Public hearing is July 10th. The special meeting is July 18th. We got a lot of dates that we have to meet deadlines for. So.
The budget committee doesn't have to
Okay, so any yours comments? I'm gonna start with you, Tim, because I know Bonnie has a bunch, so in seconds.
I do have some, but they're not going to mind, so the one.
Well, okay, so we'll go to John.
I do, I think we all have issues with legal not really doing their job. And I mean, I'd be one of those people, if I had a legal expert in my own personal life, who gave me bad advice and I paid them good money, you better believe I'd want that money back and any money that I had to pay to rectify the problem that they created.
Not only that,
Yeah.
it makes us look bad.
It makes us look terrible with the town. It makes it look like the select board wasn't doing their job. Yeah,
From then the money lost.
exactly.
Well, it's also the fear of, what if this doesn't pass this time?
Yeah,
Some period.
right, right. Yep, that's all I had to say.
I found mine.
Oh, okay, we'll go back to Tim.
So I was talking with Tony, and as you know, what's called, we have new phones and stuff. And she was looking at, we own our old phones now.
Yeah.
And she wants to put them up for sale for a bid. So
Sure.
she said what's called that most likely what's got to come up for initial bid 200 and go from there. And that's what she's seen them online for.
Make a motion that we put no longer use phones up for bid.
I'll second that.
All those in favor? Anything else?
That's all I need to know.
Mike? Well, we're gonna get to Bonnie. I'm just gonna. I don't have anything at the moment. I've been pretty straight out with this whole legal situation and stuff, so I'm really glad that everybody is good on board with the dates and move forward. I want this done. Bonnie?
All right, this coming Sunday at Middleton Elementary School, recommending their penny sale. 11 to 1 is when we're selling the tickets. You can go and put the tickets in, and 1 o'clock we start drawing numbers. There will be food available, and we have a ton, a whole storage unit full of donations, and we're still getting donations in. So if anybody has donations this week, let us know. Then on July 11th, we will be celebrating America's 250th anniversary. Just gonna do some good old American food, hot dogs, burgers maybe, cake or something along that line, some games and crafts for the kids. And if we can raise the money, the church is hoping to do fireworks. So we're trying to raise $1,200 to do the fireworks, and that would be done by the church after our event that night. So if the money isn't raised this year, 2 years.
Yeah, 2028.
Yeah.
That would be good.
Yeah. We are building up for our 250th. Our old home event is, I think it's August 21st. And we'll be having our wonderful Red Hat Band and Jonathan and Highway Department, Fire Department, Police Department. We hope you guys will all
Conservation.
yeah, get everybody out here and food and music and who knows what else. We can be fun for the fire practice.
So you
I do have actually one other comment I just recall. We have had several contractors come in and provide bids on the various recommendations that John Mullen has provided to the board of work done here. And then there was a couple of things that we were looking to have done at the municipal building, primarily I think the PD with the shed, and then I know at least the fascia that was around the building, main building, those were just the two things over there, but then there's a list of things that John gave us over here. So looking to see what those bids come back at, and we'll discuss those when they come in.
That's all.
I will open up to public input now.
I just had a question, is it the roof?
Yes, so I'll tell you, so he recommended to look at the roof, leave there, changing that door to open, the closet door to open out instead of in, because that's very chaotic. The windows upstairs, some side, there's some writing on the sidings, and the steps for the 3 doors out front here, the fire, this door here, and the fire chief's door. And I think this window leaks, to take a look at that window, and then
It's
there's another.
above the window.
Yeah, and then there's another window out in the kitchen where there's an opening underneath that looks kind of like that. So we're getting quotes for that, see what it could, and they're supposed to be giving us estimates for each kind of piece, because who knows how much it's gonna cost. We might have to pick and choose if we so choose to go with any of them, be able to afford some of this, and then of course if the vote doesn't happen, that probably won't happen, and this will happen if it doesn't pass. Janet?
So the holdup on the town's budget, that affects the village district. I can't request the money from the village district's budget until yours gets approved, am I right?
I'm gonna guess yes. I don't know that officially. I haven't talked to Michelle Clark. I'm putting that conversation off until we're done with legal dealings with them, because they want us to go in and say that our articles failed, and I refuse to do that at the moment.
If you find out, would you let me know?
Yes, I will let you know. Thank you. Any other public comments? Tracy?
6 months ago, the conservation came to the board asking, and Kate does not want me talking about this, about our computer. We just want to know where that stands.
I have a phone call with them tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, so I'll have an answer for
Maybe we
you.
don't need to be hooked up to that, we just want to outright buy it.
Yep, nope, I have a phone call with them tomorrow. I'm sorry, I meant to tell you guys earlier. But yeah,
There's supposed to be a ticket in for that.
Yeah.
Already.
there is, that's why I have a phone call with them. So, because we're discussing requirements that I talked to Kate about, so.
So hopefully by your next meeting, you will know. Or you might have one.
We're not meeting.
Well, the hope is they allow it.
So see? Yeah, even better.
In July, I thought
All right, that's for another time. Any other public comments? Seeing as none, I need a motion to go into non-pub or 91A3, Roman numeral 2C, as discussed in public, likely adverse to the reputation of a person other than a member of the board, unless that person requested a meeting. This exemption shall be include any application for assistance or tax payment or waiver of fee, fine, or levy. Excuse me,
Sorry.
if based on inability to pay or poverty at the applicant. So I made a motion. Okay. Roll call. Maxine, yes?
Bonnie, yes.
Yes.
Thank you.